So this morning, we're on Oregon camp in Buchanan State Forest, I think. We're going to be doing the Sideling Hill Tunnel. So it's part of the abandoned Turnpike. So we're going to check it out, see what it's about. Here it says tunnel access. We're going to head up this way. So I believe this tunnel was built in the 1880s. Then they abandoned it. I think it's like an 8-mile stretch, and there's 3 abandoned tunnels on that stretch. We're only doing one tunnel today, but we'll see how this is. Been wanting to do this hike for a while, so I'm excited to see what the tunnel looks like. So here's a collapsed building, and then it goes on for a while. Tom, how many yards is that from here?
Like 20.
Yeah, maybe 20, 30 yards from here. I don't know what that was. Here we are at the other end of that abandoned structure. Oh, some nice graffiti. Not quite sure what this was. It's a very long structure. So here it is, the abandoned Turnpike. Pretty cool stuff. Here we are, walking through the tunnel on the abandoned Turnpike. See what this is about. I'm pretty excited. Me and my brother, as I've mentioned in other videos, we really like to do these abandoned hikes in the winter. You can see a lot of stuff as opposed to the summer or the spring because of the foliage. So here we are walking up. They did say this is the longest of the 3 tunnels here. It's a mile long, and we've already hiked probably a little bit under a half of a mile already. So it's going to be about a 3-mile hike. There are other places you can park. You can park at the east end, but this is the west end of the tunnel. So we'll check it out, and hopefully it's as good as advertised. So we're about to enter. I think that might be a raven's nest up there. If there's any bird people, let me know. There's a lot of graffiti. This old wall over here is pretty cool. So here we are walking into one of these side doors. I'll get my headlamp on, but we'll do a little bit of searching around, see if we can find anything or see anything. So me and my brother both brought flashlights and headlamps, and then I have an extra flashlight as well, just in case. We're gonna start walking through the tunnel here and see how it is. So we're just walking through here. Obviously, I won't videotape the whole thing because it's extremely long, a mile. But so far, this is a really cool abandoned tunnel, Turnpike tunnel. So we found Sheriff Underpants, and he is looking pretty good. Man, it's dark and it is cold. So there is a bat up there. I'm gonna assume it's a big brown bat, but I'm not sure. That's pretty cool. So right now, lots of graffiti, and very dark, and a lot colder than I expected. I mean, I know it's winter, and I expected the temperature to be a little bit more warmer, but it's pretty cold. So we're about halfway through the tunnel. We can see one end. We cannot see the other end. It's just loaded with graffiti. I mean, not nice graffiti either. A lot of bad words. And it's just like, I don't know. It's eerie in here. It feels like a horror movie or something. Very creepy, very scary, but unique at the same time. It's a weird looking piece of graffiti. I mean, there's just graffiti everywhere. It's pretty incredible that people would come this far down the tunnel to put graffiti on the wall. There's some nice mushrooms. Here's a stunning portrait of the poop cat. Very nicely done, with feces dropping out of its anus. So we are approaching the end of the tunnel. You can see the east end down there, which for most of the walk through here, you couldn't see light at the end of the tunnel. But now we're starting to see some light, so that's the east end. We start at the west end. So if you like genitalia art, I think this would be the perfect hike for you, because this place is just loaded with phallic symbols. So keep that in mind if you're interested in that kind of stuff. This is a hike. Here's something pretty cool. It says cave, but I'm not going down there. But it's like a sewage or a drainage system, and it's still got the metal rungs on the ladder. That's pretty cool. So here we are approaching the east end. So far this is really unique, really cool. Just different. A lot of graffiti. I mean, if we were to film every cool piece of graffiti, we'd be here for a very long time. Here's a cool piece of graffiti. Pennsylvania Turnpike. So here's like a big, colorful mural. Lines. Most of this, we're towards the east end now. So we're almost done. So here we are exiting. We'll walk a little bit of a ways to get a view of what it looks like from the other end. A very, very interesting hike. Here we are, back. Here we are at the east end of the abandoned Turnpike tunnel. Just show you a little bit of the inside here. There's a really sketchy looking ladder. I definitely won't be going up there. Yeah, the abandoned Turnpike. Only in Pennsylvania. I don't know what these areas are. Looks like it goes down to the sewer or something.
It's a motor or something.
Yeah. So we're gonna head back. We got a mile and a little bit back. If I see anything else, I'll videotape it and show you. But really interesting hike. If you're in the, I guess, south central part of the state, it was about 2 hours from where we are in York. But this is definitely one of the cooler hikes I've been on. I'd recommend it. So here we are exiting the tunnel. It was a lot colder walking east to west than it was west to east. I mean, like, I guess because of the breeze, but it's substantially much cooler. I'm freezing here. My brother wore a winter jacket. I didn't. He seems to be fine, but not me. But as I mentioned before, this is a really, really interesting hike. If you're in the central PA area and you got time, check it out. It's gonna take us about 3 miles to do the whole thing.